Good morning, everybody. It's Matt here with Backwoods Ministry. It is currently 4:13 a.m. Saturday morning, April the 6th, 2024 year of our Lord. And I tell you what, man, it is a cool, crisp, clear Saturday morning here in Evans, Georgia. Ain't nothing like springtime here in Augusta, man. It's Masters Week this week here in Augusta. Those of you who don't know what Masters is, it's the largest professional golf tournament in the world. It's the most sought after professional golf tournament in the world. It's the one where all these guys win these green jackets. If you're a golf fan, you probably know exactly what it is. I live here in Augusta, surrounded by golf courses, and I actually despise golf. I hope my mama don't see this because she'll probably beat me. she loves golf. But anyway, man, you're probably wondering why I'm on here so doggone early in the morning on a Saturday morning. It is actually opening day of turkey season here in Georgia for public land hunters, and I am on the way. I've got about an hour and 15-minute drive ahead of me. I'm on the way to Burke County, Georgia, just south of Waynesboro, Georgia, the bird dog capital of the world, and I'm gonna turkey hunt. I'm gonna try to be back home at around 12 or 12:30. My wife and kids, they're gonna go out, do a little bit of shopping today, have a little bit of leisure time. They're going on a cruise Monday morning. My wife and 3 babies and my mom and aunt and a few of my cousins and my uncle, and they're gonna go out and enjoy their time together, and because it's actually spring break here in this area too. But anyway, I really wanted to hop on here and talk about spiritual warfare real quick. I have a Bible in the truck behind me, but I don't have any scriptures pulled up, so I don't know the exact scripture. But I know it's in the book of Ephesians. That's about the best I can tell you. And I'm pretty sure it's chapter 6 in the book of Ephesians, but I'm not real sure of the verses, what verses it is. But man, I just want to let y'all know that, you know, I have had peace of mind, and I've been happy since I left my full-time job a couple weeks ago. My nerves are doing a lot better. My stress is doing a lot better. You know, I'm still stressed out, but I have different stresses now. You know, I'm stressed out as a business owner now, not as a man that's being blackballed by a mega corporation. And for right now, for me, I guess you could say that's the lesser of two evils. You know, you're always going to have stress in life. There's no such thing as a 100% stress-free life. But my stress is just different now, and it's lighter, I guess you could say. But I want to say this, man. The day I quit my job, the day after I quit my job, my daughter had her very last volleyball tournament of the year. It was a very big volleyball tournament, the biggest one of the year, in Rock Hill, South Carolina. And I had work to do. It was a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday tournament, and I had work to do. I'm gonna take my glasses off, guys, because it's glaring. The light is glaring off of my glasses. But hopefully y'all can see me fine. But it was a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday tournament, and I had work to do that Friday. My wife, my daughter, and my son went up to Rock Hill without me first thing Friday morning. And I went ahead and did what I had to do in my business. And then as soon as I got done, I drove up there. Well, we hung out that evening whenever I got up there. You know, I parked my truck, and my truck, you know, it's not a great big jacked up truck or long bed truck or anything like that, but it's a long wheelbase, I guess you could say, and my truck is larger than most cars or SUVs. So I try to park away from everybody, like on the side of a, like I just try to back into a parking spot and park away from everybody. That way I'm not taking up a whole bunch of room. That's just the way I normally do things, because my truck is so big, you know. And but I woke up that Saturday morning, and you know, I had packed my tennis shoes and all that, but I left my tennis shoes and a couple of other things in the back seat of my truck, and had my truck locked up and all that good stuff in my truck box and my toolbox and everything. But woke up the next morning and walked downstairs to get my tennis shoes so I could finish getting ready for the day. And while I was out there, the York County Police Department was out there, and I noticed they were shining flashlights in people's vehicles. And I was like, what on earth is going on out here? You know, I didn't say nothing to anybody, didn't ask no questions, just minded my own business and walked over to my truck. I got in the back seat passenger side of my truck and just sat there and slipped my tennis shoes and socks on. And when I got done, I shut my truck door. You know, I didn't walk around my truck or anything like that, but when I got done, I shut my truck door and locked it back. And the police officer heard my horn blow whenever I locked the truck, and he asked me, he said, "Sir, is everything okay with your vehicle?" And I looked back at my truck, and you know, I'm blind as a darn bat. I didn't have my glasses on, and I really can't. I struggle to see at night without my glasses. I'm fine right now because this road that I'm on is well lit, but didn't have my glasses on. I walked around the truck and everything, just kind of glanced over it, and everything looked normal. So I told the police officer, I said, yeah, I said, my truck's normal. I said, I don't notice anything out of place. He said, all right, I just wanted to make sure, because there were several vehicles in the parking lot that got broken into last night. There was 4 different hotels that got hit. And I said, oh, wow. I said, I hate that, man. I said, well, I hope y'all catch whoever did it. I said, but, you know, my truck looks fine. I said, no need to worry about mine. And he's like, all right, good. You have a good day. But anyway, went to we drove my wife's car to the tournament that morning. And once the tournament was over for that day 2, everybody drove back to the hotel, and we decided that we were all going to go out as a team and eat. And some of the dads were going to hang out, and we were going to have a beer or two, and nothing wrong with that, just simple camaraderie, and but we were going to have a beer or two. The moms, they were going to do their thing, chit chat, probably talk about the dads and the kids and stuff like that. And then all the girls were going to sit together and enjoy their little bit of team bonding time over dinner. But we decided we were going to take my truck to go out for supper that night, because we ride better in my truck. I feel more comfortable driving my truck than I do my wife's car, for one. And for two, it's a more comfortable ride when the whole family's together, man, because my truck is bigger and there's just so much more room. But got ready to get in the truck. My daughter was getting ready to hop in the passenger side, and she said, "Dad, what's wrong with your window?" And I didn't even notice it. I looked at it. I said, oh my gosh. And somebody had done hit my window 10 times with a center punch trying to bust a window out, and broke the window in 10 different spots on my truck trying to break in. But Luckily, they never got in. You know, I'm very thankful that they didn't open the toolbox, because I had thousands of dollars worth of landscaping tools in my toolbox, but nothing was missing. Just the window was cracked out. So, but anyway, we got a police report on that and all that good stuff. And Safelite Auto Glass came to my house yesterday to fix it. And, you know, insurance covered it, but I had to pay the deductible, which was $250. You know, we bought our kids a golf cart. Well, we bought the family a golf cart, but mainly for our kids. We bought a golf cart last year, and I want to say probably about 6 months after we bought it, the batteries died in it. It was a pre-owned golf cart. I want to say it was 2 years old. You know, we bought it from a dealership. They had bought it from a golf course, but when they bought it from the golf course, they did all kind of aftermarket knickknacks on there. You know, they put a lift kit on there, mud tires. Sorry guys, I got hiccups this morning. But they put a lift kit on it, put mud tires on it, put LED lights, a light bar, a sound system in it. They just did all kinds of different aftermarket stuff on it, and customized it. It's a very nice golf cart. And but we bought it, and about 6 months after we bought it, the batteries died. Well, my kids are at the age where they are extremely busy. At the time, my wife and I, especially me, I was working 2 jobs, you know, working my full-time job and growing my business as well. And I just did not have any downtime, and my wife didn't really have any downtime because she was being a team mom for the volleyball team. And, you know, she was working her full-time teacher job, and she was also helping me in my business. And so we really didn't have time to fool with the golf cart at all. Well, since we quit our full-time job, we decided to go ahead, and as soon as we got the chance, we were going to get the batteries replaced in the golf cart. I did that yesterday. So I had to go to a store in South Augusta. It's about 30 minutes away, and buy golf cart batteries. And these golf cart batteries were about $300 a piece. Had to buy 4 of them. So I did that. My oldest daughter was with me. I was on the way home with the golf cart batteries. I didn't have them secured. Guys, if you ever buy car batteries or golf cart batteries and you put them in the back of a truck, I highly suggest you secure those things, especially if you have a toolbox in the back of your truck. And I'm fixing to tell you why. I did not have these things secured. You know, I don't drive like a maniac or anything like that. Just figured everything would be fine. Well, we were going down the road, and I had to slam on brakes. All 4 of those golf cart batteries slid forward very quickly in the back of my truck, and one of them slid under the toolbox and snapped one of the terminals off of the top. Brand new golf cart battery, hadn't even hooked it up yet. So that was $300 wasted. I had to turn back around, go buy another golf cart battery to replace that. Took care of that. Got that fixed. Everything's good with the golf cart now. Just passed by my full-time job. There's some guys out there working. Or my old full-time job, there's some people out there working. Sorry guys, I'm yawning like crazy this morning. Just sleepy, man. I went to bed kind of late last night for the time I woke up this morning. But the golf cart's good to go now. So we're good on that. We have something to do now that we're bored out of our minds and all that good stuff. But I want to say, it was 2 days ago. It was Thursday afternoon. I was asleep on the couch. My wife and my son were in there doing something, I don't know. But I was asleep on the couch. somebody came to the door while I was asleep, and my son woke me up. My wife was already out there talking to the man. I know the man. It's one of my neighbors. And my wife was out there loving on his dog and talking to him, but he stopped. The reason he knocked on the door, he was letting us know that we have a water leak in our front yard. We have an irrigation leak in our front yard, and yes, I am a landscaper, but I'm gonna tell you something. When it comes to irrigation, I am flat out lost. If it's anything other than replacing a sprinkler head, I can't do it, man. I don't know anything about irrigation. So I've got somebody, or I'm gonna get somebody out at the house probably first thing this coming up week. And I would imagine that's probably going to be anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500. Irrigation work ain't cheap. Plumbing work, period, ain't cheap. So got that. Yesterday afternoon, after I got done with all that stuff I was doing, running all those errands, I got all of my equipment out of my garage, got the golf cart out of the garage, decided to clean all of it. The golf cart had been sitting in the garage for over a year, collecting dust, pollen, you name it. And plus, I haven't washed it since the last time we rode it, and it had mud splashed up all over it. So I got it out of the garage, washed it up, washed all of my equipment, got everything looking like brand new again. Let it sit out there and dry for a couple hours. Put the mowers back in the garage, all the landscaping equipment. My youngest daughter asked me if I wanted to go for a golf cart ride. I told her, I said, sure. So we ate supper and then jumped on the golf cart, went for a ride, came back, shut the garage door. The garage door broke. It buckled in the middle. And when it did, it knocked the rollers off of the track. You know, it's just a regular overhead garage door. One of those sectional roll-up doors. Just a normal, plain Jane garage door. It buckled. The rollers came off the tracks. Some of the rollers broke. And it fell on the golf cart. On top of that, guys, my landscaping trailer is just about worn out, and I've got to replace it. That's going to be anywhere from $3,500 to $4,000. Guys, spiritual warfare is a very, very, very real thing. I've been at peace for the past 2 weeks. I've been full of joy the past 2 weeks. You have not been able to knock the smile off of my face the past 2 weeks. And I'm a firm believer, you know, my mama's always told me this, that everything happens for a reason. Oh, not to mention my phone has not rang one time for landscaping quotes and estimates since I left my job. I've got my recurring lawn maintenance, but as far as landscaping goes, my phone is not ringing. I have not grown one property. And trust me, I am in prayer about that. But anyway, the devil is trying as hard as he can to creep in and steal my joy. And I just want to let y'all know, man, the spiritual warfare is absolutely a real thing. You know, I experienced everything that I experienced with my full-time job right there at the end, the last 6 months of my career. I'm experiencing all this right now in the beginning of my new endeavor in life. But I'm going to tell you something, man. I wake up every single morning and I put on the full armor of God. And once God has me in his hands, nothing can pluck me from the Father's hands. Now, I don't mean just salvation, okay? I mean joy. I am not going to let anything steal my joy. That's something I've been after for the past 10 and a half years. Something I have searched high and low for. And I finally got my little bit of joy, and I plan on keeping it. So all I can say is, get thee behind me, Satan. And I'm asking each of y'all to pray for me and pray for my family, man, because we're not upset. We're not stressed out about it. We're not going to fret about it. And we're not going to worry about it. And luckily, the Lord has placed us in a position where we can replace every bit of this. You know, the funds are not an issue at the moment. I'm not a rich man, and I'm not trying to brag, so I don't want anyone trying to ask me if they can send donations or anything like that. That's not what this is about. We can afford everything we need to afford. We're good. But this is about spiritual warfare, and I need each, and I'm on here asking y'all to pray for me, pray for my wife and my kids. But, and also keep my mom's landscaper in prayer too, man. He got hit by a car on Easter Sunday, and he's not doing too good at all. And I know as y'all are probably thinking, why is your mom having a separate landscaper? Look, my mom lives 30 minutes away from me, and she's a widow. She cannot take care of this stuff on her own, and I just simply don't have the time to get over there every week or every other week to take care of it. It's a long drive for me, and my mom understands. She gets it. It is what it is, man. I've got to look out for my priorities before I do everything else. But anyway, man, keep him in mind. Keep him in prayer. But anyway, man, like I said, y'all pray for me. And you know, I haven't had time to get on here this week. I've had a lot going on. But I will be back on here soon. I've been keeping up. I have been watching the news some, and there's a lot going on, man. There really is. But I'm going to hop off here so I can put these glasses back on and see where I'm going and focus on the road. But look here, man. Until the next one, y'all keep looking up, because your redemption indeed draws nigh. Love y'all. Bye.